Hello and welcome to Piloting Check, Episode 2. Today, we are going to go ahead and head on out and see how many more levels we can get and whether or not we can earn enough money to afford to upgrade the Frontier. So, if you remember from last time, we have made a few modifications to the Frontier. First is, of course, we swapped out the weapons and the engines. We also upgraded the reactor and removed the cargo. Um, Beyond that, right now, I am level 7. You can see I've got piloting to rank 2, and I took engine systems and shield systems. And I am working on upgrading enough to unlock starship engineering. Now, between the last episode and this one, I went and did a few small errands, mostly just sold some goods and picked up 2 more contracts for destroying things. So let's see, where is this one? Over here, okay. And then this one is way over here, so we're not getting that one anytime soon. All right, so let's go to Cyrus and see if we can't bag ourselves a fleet member. All right. Yep. All right. All right. So we took down the spacer. There we go. Perfect. More ship parts. Can never have too many ship parts. Alright. There we go. Donk. Alright. So, let's go ahead and see if there's anything else interesting going on. We've got a ship, hostile activity, and a sensor contact. So let's see the sensor contact first. And we've got some shipping crates. Okay. Looks like somebody lost their iron. Be a shame if we just, picked it all up. Alright. Now that we're done with that, go ahead and see what the ship is.
Mayday, mayday! Requesting aid from any nearby ships. This is... Oh, man, am I glad you picked up. Ah, you're a life...
Alright, let's see what the heck's going on with this. Um, why weren't you shooting them, turret? Hmm. Let's see if we can go ahead and turn the turrets on. There we go. Now the turrets are working. He was standing there
Thank God.
with
That's
a
the last
shotgun.
of them. Hello. Thanks. I would have been done. Your guess is as good as mine. We were just about ready. Damn things must have... Man, if only you got here earlier. Here.
And I don't feel like unlocking that. Alright, well that was an interesting encounter. Would have been a lot easier if the turrets had been functioning the whole time. Amazing how that works out. On that note, let's go ahead and get back on the frontier. Put away our loot. Run out of space for that. It's okay. One day we will get a ship that can actually afford to have cargo. That day is just not today. Oh, they left fast. Alright. So now let's go ahead and see what that hostile activity is. Spacers. Alright. And we'll begin kiting and blowing them up. And then let's just pop them there. No, escape. Alright. And then you can see that with a Class A ship, if you can outrange your opponents, which if you've got the particle beams, you certainly can most of the time. Um, Even multi opponent engagements are fairly trivial. Yes, I want this one that is closer to me. And again, as a reminder, I am on extreme for ship combat. Alright. And now that I have dealt with most of them, let's go ahead and get closer. Ooh. And let's dock with them. Because nothing quite says space combat like boarding an enemy ship and blowing them to Kingdom Come in person. Alright. Alrighty. Get all their garbage. let's just do a quick search for any, what's it called? Ah, there we go. Xeno Warfare. Alright, so with that done, we will go ahead and make these Spacer Scarab my ship. Oh, no, come back! There we go. Alright, so what I just did there is a little trick where I boarded the Spacer Scarab, took it over, and then since I don't want to stay in the Spacer Scarab, I want to continue using the Frontier. I basically immediately redocked with the Frontier. And now I'm going to make the Frontier my home ship again. There we go. And then I'm going to come over here to the cargo hold, and I am going to take all, because I now want to go ahead and loot. No, come on. Really? Select what I'm pointing at. Thank you. Alright. There we go. And I'm going to have to make a run back to Wolf right after this, so that way I can empty my cargo. So, one of the things that you may have noticed is that going ahead and blowing these up and taking the loot from the wreckage doesn't actually pay that much. That's why I keep going ahead and boarding the enemy ships. And one of the nice things about boarding is the basically each of the Crimson Fleet spacers or Veyroon all tend to have some sort of contraband on board. Hopefully, it's not Veyroon heretic writings because those are just not worth much. But if you can go ahead and get, the Xeno Warfare or Harvested Organs or whatever, then you can make a few bucks. And of course, the place to go is Wolf. Because you can just head on over there and you don't have to worry about having shielded cargo or anything like that. Alright, so let's dock with the den, and sadly you guys will have to sit through me selling a little bit of stuff again. This is where learning some video editing skills like, you know, cutting would be useful, but I have exactly none of those.
Was good to see you. By all means.
Definitely need to put those ship parts back on my ship. And of course, the reason why we have to stop, the Xeno Warfare Tech. And then I can just come on over here and just sell this stuff really quick. And then at 25,000 credits, let's go ahead and see whether I can upgrade anything.
Anything I can help you with? Okay, no problem.
Actually, first things first, let's register this Spacer Scarab for 10,000 credits. And let's just take a quick look at it while we're here. So we've got the Magellan Cockpit, Nova Galactic All-in-One, Nova Galactic Storeroom, and this would be a reason to keep this ship. It's got 4 SA-4110 engines, and it's got the NG-20 landing gear wide. So trying to put these on our own ship would be quite expensive. The Helios 100 grav drive is meh. Um, we already have a better reactor. Our shield, I think, is slightly better, and we'd have to swap out the guns for something better. Ooh, and the 500 HE3 tank. So overall, if you do happen to catch one of these Spacer Scarabs, it is actually a really solid platform to start from. Note that this has 785 cargo and is still pushing 100 mobility because of these 4 engines. And at 14k a pop, I am actually really tempted to keep this ship. However, part of what I was looking at doing with this was just taking the Frontier and upgrading it as I went along. So because of that, I'm going to sell it. But if I were just trying to get a slightly better ship than the Frontier, I would absolutely take this, swap the weapons out, and upgrade the reactor, and then this would be a really solid ship for quite a while. So let's go ahead. I cannot sell the ship here, so let's just come here and take a look. So I've got the 124 mm reactor. Deflector SG-20 for 375 versus 310. So I could get better shielding. I do not have a better reactor available to me yet. This is the NG-160, which is utter garbage. So I could upgrade the grav drive. I just don't really need to do that at the moment. And Ares DT-20s, I do have the Ares DT-10s right now. But I believe that I'm going to have the DT-30s unlocked soon. So, let's go ahead and see if we can find a sensor contact. What is this sensor contact? More shipping crates. You know what? I don't feel driving them right now. Alright, so I need to get up to here. Athena. Interesting.
This is the black box comm data for ship 597S32 Delta. Ship name, Athena. Registered to Captain Helena Mulgrew. Neon Shipyards, 2328. Warning. Damage detected. Data reconstruction advised. Retrieving viable data. Recovered topics. Personal log. Maintenance log. Bridge recording. Expedition log. Final distress call. Mitch, I know you managed to jump back too. Answer me. Mitch, I need you here. Prove it. They demanded that we go back. To that place. But I refuse. They're trying to kill me. I need your help, please. Lost control of the ship. You need to rendezvous with me. Let me get my car. It's a game. End of log. No more log.
Okay. I was not expecting that. So taking a look at the pop-up, it looks like that is part of the DLC, well, not DLC, but the at Hell's Gate. Um, I don't know how to call it a mod since it's an official Bethesda release, but yeah, mod. Sure, we'll go with that. How about official mod? So that was basically the Doom.
Thank you for answering the hail. As I mentioned, it's a very short survey. You'll need to board our ship and take it in person, however. That's fine. We understand your time is...
Okay, haven't come across that one before. All right. Now again, I'm trying to go to Murfid, which means I need to come on up here to Cheyenne. And I might as well pop on over to Aquila.
Approaching ship. You've entered Freestar Collective space. Maintain your current course while we scan for contraband. You're good to go. Have a nice time in Aquila City.
Ooh, hostile activity. We can make a detour for this.
Opening fire!
Oop. It looks like I've got 4 Crimson Fleet ships over here. Oh, I critically hit their crew, so I can just go board that later.
Take off the crash drive!
Might as well boost in combat a couple more times just to bump up my engine system skill. Alright. So I get 2 ships I get to dock this time. Or board this time. There we go. Black market antiquities. Alright. There we go. Now, let's go ahead and make this Ghost my home ship. And then rapidly try and redock with the Frontier. Whee! And now that we're back on the Frontier, we can go ahead and make this our home ship. And then after we pick up the loot from there, there's this Crimson Fleet haunt, which, if you remember, I got a critical hit on the crew with. And because of that, the crew is now all dead. There we go. And in a repeat, No, come back. Curse you, Frontier. Well, at least my grav drive works. So let's head on back to Wolf. And I will go ahead and leave you guys there. So if you enjoyed this, thank you very much for watching all the way to the end. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, do all that other fun stuff. And I will go ahead and sell all this stuff without you guys having to watch. And we will do a review of what we've managed to accomplish at the beginning of the next episode. So once again, thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time.